Muggle World, and today we're going to be talking about something really exciting. So I got to experience the Velocicoaster coaster and Universal's Islands of Adventure in Florida, and this is going to be my review, and I'm too excited to just say anything else, so I'm just going to get right into this. If you know me, you know I am a huge Harry Potter fan. Huge. And yes, this does have something to do with Velocicoaster. I'm getting there. So for me, like, nothing was better at Universal. You had, first of all, Islands of Adventure side, and then they opened up the Universal side, and it just got 10 times better for me. And then Velocicoaster had a soft opening, and I was there, and I'm like trying not to burst with excitement right now. And for me, Hagrid's was the best ride. There was nothing better. And it was Harry Potter, which was my favorite thing in the world. So I was like, nothing can top this. But guys, Velocicoaster is the best ride at Universal. I'm serious. And I was in denial for a long time about this because I love Harry Potter and it felt like blasphemy. I was like, I can't say that. Harry Potter's like the best thing ever. I can't say that I like the Velocicoaster better, but guys, it's so much better. Honestly, I think it's the best ride that Universal has ever done. It is completely worth it, and I have been on this ride like 3, 4, 5 times. I actually don't remember how many times. I know I've been on it at least 3 times, and I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but I honestly just rode it so much that I don't remember how many times I rode it. But yeah, it's the best ride at Universal. Completely worth it. I recommend it to everybody. I really don't have too much to say without spoiling a lot of stuff. But yeah, as for my review, completely worth it. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'm just gonna start moving into the spoiler part. These are the minor spoilers, but these are going to be spoilers if you don't want to hear them. First of all, the queue is so cool. Oh my gosh, I'll get into the queue a little bit later, but the queue is really cool, and then the ride itself, and you get to go inside the raptors, like, what do you call that? I don't want to call it a cage. Or area. I can't think of what they call it. I'm blanking. Oh well, you get what I mean. And you get to go with the raptors and do a hunt, and it's really cool because you start off in like this rocky area and you're like winding through some stuff, and then you go up this 155 hill and it's like a 140 drop, and oh, it's so cool. One of my favorite parts of the ride happens like right after the drop. So you come out of the drop and then you make this turn and you flip upside down and you stay upside down for 2 seconds, which does not seem long, but guys, you are hanging here for 2 seconds as you move along, and it is so cool because you're just like hanging there. Oh, I can't get enough of this ride. So, fly. So, I guess I needed to breathe. That fly just reminded me. It was like, slow down, take a breath. I'm just so excited. I don't even know what to start with first. Do I start with the ride or the queue? I should probably start with the queue, but I really want to talk about the ride. Okay, I'm gonna start with the queue. Okay, breathe. We are good. Okay. So, to get there, or at least how we got there, which I'm assuming is how you're going to get there throughout the ride. I don't see why they would change the entrance. It makes perfect sense where it's at. It's just kind of behind something. So, if you don't know how Universal is set up, you have Harry Potter all the way in the back and Jurassic Park's right next to it. Breathe. And if you're coming from the Harry Potter side, you go through the arch that says Jurassic World, and then there's only one way you could go, which is the left, so you keep going that way. And it's right after the Coca-Cola thing on your left. is where you head down to head to Velociraptor. Or Velocicoaster. And so you go down there, and then as soon as you like turn the corner, there's this huge sign that just says Velocicoaster, and it has 2 raptors above it, and oh my word, when you see that sign, you just get so excited. I mean, you're excited anyway, but you're just like, this is real, this is happening, and it's so cool. So when you enter there, it's filled with a bunch of lights lining up the wall on the sides. And if you look straight back, it's this huge open area that you just do a bunch of, actually you wind this way, you do a bunch of winding through. It's a huge just winding open area at the beginning. And all the way in the back, before you go through into the second room, there's a statue of Delta, Echo, Blue, and Charlie. Not you, Echo!
I don't know that.
Last time I say that raptor's name. And so yeah, you just see a huge statue of them with the 155 foot tall hill drop thing. I don't know whether to call it a hill or a drop mountain. Anyway, so it has that like going down the middle of it. And then you go through into the second room, and it's just this little wind around, and then when you come around, there's a huge wall lined up on this side, and again it has those straight lights down it, and in between are screens, and you can see the coaster taking off, and on the screen the raptors are following the coaster, and it's so amazing. And you can tell when the coaster's coming because those lights will turn red, and that's when you know it's coming. And actually, that part of the roller coaster is actually the second launch. I'll get into that in a minute, but that's the second launch you get to see go by. And then you enter to another room, and it has like this locker, I guess, off to this side. It has books in there and everything. There's actually a book by Malcolm, which I thought was really cool in there. And then on this side, there's like raptor cage doors and areas and stuff. Hello? Got a text. And so there's like raptor, I forgot what it says. I have a picture of it. It's like raptor 1 and door 2 and stuff. And then you go into the next room. Wow, I'm blanking on what that room is. And that's where you get to see some of the raptors. So you go in there, and then you know how they have them in those cages with just their face in there, and then it's like this like cage muzzle. Yeah, you get to go in there, and there's 2 raptors in there and then 2 empty ones, and the raptors actually move in their little cages, and it's amazing. And then as you like head out of that room, you go to the lockers, and you have to put everything into a locker, and then you go through the metal detectors, and then you go upstairs, and then upstairs is this huge winding area and the loading area. And it's actually a huge winding area. I don't know really why I said that. And then you get to the loading area, and then it's rows of 2, and I think there's like 4 cars. And yeah, and then you get on the ride, which is so amazing. So your restraint is actually going to be a lap. It's like a little, I don't know, triangle, like huge triangle. And you pull it down onto your lap, and that's it. And goodness, people. And then so yeah, you pull that down, and then of course they lock in place and they check you, and then you're off. So you have 2 launch areas on the ride. And you head down around this corner, and then you're sitting there, and there's the raptor cages on either side of you, and you can actually see the raptors running through. And you see these red lights up here, and then it turns like 1 red, 2 red, 3, and then of course you go. And so yeah, they'll blink 1, 2, 3, and then you just see the raptors run next to you, and then you shoot off, and it's so freaking cool. The first launch, you go 50 miles per hour in 2 seconds. And then you shoot out there, and then you kind of wind around these like rocks, and all the raptors are there, like all 4 of them are just standing on the rocks, and you wind around through them, and oh, it's amazing. And then my favorite part is the second launch. And then after you wind around there and you see all the raptors, you go into the second launch, which is actually where people see you on the screen zoom by. Maybe it's the first. No, second. It's the second. I was right. Okay. I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, it's the second launch where they see you. And in the second launch, you don't stop. You keep going through there. So you're going 40 miles per hour to 70 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds. And you just shoot right out of there. And then you twist up to that 155, and that view from up there is so amazing. Like, every person's like screaming their head off, and you hear them pause as they take in the view, and then they start screaming when they go down the drop. But you can see like all of Hogsmeade and Hogwarts, all of Jurassic Park. So I actually forgot. There are 4 loops. So you do actually do 2 loops in the little raptor area before you go off to the 155 mountain. And then after you go flipping in the water, not in the water, above the water, in the water, that'd be a something else right there. You come around the corner, and then you pull back into the unloading loading zone. But it is the best ride at Universal, and I honestly, I could ride that ride over and over and over again. I remember when I first rode it, I didn't want to get off, and you usually don't want to get off roller coasters when you love them, but I remember I was just like half tempted to just be stubborn and sit in the seat, and I'm just like, no, I can't do that. So we got off, and then after I think we rode another ride. We just went around and went right back on the ride. We were like, nope, let's go do it again. So we did. So yeah, definitely highly recommend. Best ride at Universal in my opinion. Totally worth it. The longest I think I waited was like 60 to like 75 minutes. So, but mind you, this is the soft opening. It hasn't officially opened yet, so goodness knows how long that line's gonna be, but I only waited like 60 to 75 minutes at the very, very most. And I don't know really what else to say. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic ride, and I think Universal really outdid themselves with it. Totally worth it. Yeah. Now that I've talked about it, I'm trying to find something else to say, but I got all my excitement out about it, so I don't really know what else to say. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna leave this video here. You have all my videos and pictures that you guys have seen if the post works as it should. But yeah, definitely worth it. Best ride. 100% fantastic. You guys need to go try this ride. Really. It's amazing. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave this video here. When did I ride it? Hang on there. Okay. So I rode it on the 8th and the 9th of May. that's when I went on it. So this video is coming out really late. But I haven't been doing videos in a while. It's been a struggle. So trying to get back into it, and I decided let's start with something like this. So there is my review on the Velocicoaster. Yeah, go ride it. Best ride. Don't really have much more to say. So yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, I won't tell you what to do, but feel free to leave a like. Also, comments. If you want to, leave them down there. Completely up to you. I love comments. I like reading through them. So any questions, any comments? Have you guys been on it yourselves? Are you going to? Are you excited for it? Are you a little nervous for it? Yeah, just feel free to let me know. And I guess I'll just leave this right here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!